Webheads, comic book fans, this is my top 10 most anticipated comics for September 28th, 2022. It's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. But before we jump into it, guys, if you love free comics, check out the Night Library. So there's nothing wrong with reading free comic books, so why don't you check out the Night Library? Here at the Night Library, you can find free comics, free manga, free graphic novels, and more. Some books already in the archives: Red Hunt, a gritty action-packed story of violence, monsters, and the blood-crazed hunters who seek them out. Some men hunt the monsters, others they become them. Also available, Song of Stone and Warlock. New content is always in the works, and make sure you sign up for the Night Library newsletter for up-to-the-minute updates on latest projects, sweepstakes, and new releases. So not only is the Night Library providing you free comic books, but if you enter your email and join their mailing list, they will send you a free gift. It's a win-win, no risk for you. So check out the nightlibrary.net. I'll leave it in the description box below. So welcome back, everybody. So let's kick off this list now officially with the book that's on the hot seat, and that goes to Detective Comics, issue 1064. Now, I'm enjoying this book, but not as much as I think I should be, right? When I'm really enjoying a Batman book, it's Chip Zdarsky's Batman. That's what I'm really enjoying. This is good. This has got interesting artwork and an interesting story plot, something different, which I can appreciate, but I don't know if I can get into the antagonists in this series. I think I need some more time, and I'm not sure if I can get behind this whole music thing that's going on in this series as well. So I might continue in a few more issues and see what happens, but I'm just enjoying the Batman title a lot more than this one right now. This one is 40 pages, $5. Curious in the comments below what you guys think of Detective. Moving on to the book that's on the rise, we have Thunderbolts issue 2. Now, this book brings back Clint Barton, and he's the leader of this version of the Thunderbolts. Last issue was really good as he wanted to bring back the West Coast Avengers, but he was recruited by Luke Cage. The twist in this book, though, was that he wasn't going to be the original leader. Luke Cage wanted Monica Rambeau because, Luke thinks that Clint is a little bit rough around the edges. Love the action, love the artwork, great balance of team introduction in the last issue. Looking forward to seeing where the series goes. 28 pages, $4. Moving on now to the top 10. We have The Nice House on the Lake issue 10. Did you guys forget that this book actually existed? Yeah, I pretty much did too, until I got the solicit for this, and I'm like, oh wow, it's back again. I think we had a break after the first 6 issues, then you come out with like 3 more issues, and then you take another couple months break, and then we get to continue The Nice House on the Lake. So yeah, it's back. I don't even remember what happened in the last issue. It's been so long, but we'll see what happens with it. All I can say is it's 32 pages and it's $4. So guys, just a reminder, after number 1, we're not done, as I am going to be discussing the Noteworthy comics, maybe some books that are not on this list that you may want to pick up. Coming in at number 9 here, we have Briar. This is issue 1. This is written by Christopher Cantwell, and this is a story by Boom, and it's what if Sleeping Beauty never got her happily ever after, and instead she had to save herself. So this takes place in a brutal fantasy world, and this could be something completely different. I love these indie books. I love how Boom has kind of become like the more of a horror genre, or more of the gory type of genre, and I'm going to check it out. Hopefully the first issue will be good. It's 40 pages, $5 though. Coming in at number 8, this one is from Image. This is Old Dog issue 1. So this character's name is Jack Lynch. He's a once promising CIA operative on the eve of retirement. Looking back at a failed career, he is tasked with one final mission. So if you guys read the very first issue, I think, of like the Image's anthology book that they most recently put out, they had a story here with Old Dog. It was the first part of it, and I remember reading it. I'm like, man, I would love to see this in an ongoing or a mini series. This kind of reminds me of Old Man Punisher, right? And so that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. So I'm looking forward to it. 24 pages, $4. Next, coming in at number 7, another kind of horror book, I guess. This is DC Horror Presents Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead, issue 1. So I'm always a zombie fan or an apocalyptic fan, horror fan, as you guys know if you follow my channel for a long time. And here we got, it looks like Sergeant Rock is going against the Army of the Undead in Berlin of 1944. So, yeah, what can you expect? You know, zombies in army gear, death, destruction, gore. I don't know, man. I'm just checking it out because it looks like a fun book to read, and that's what I like comics, when they're a lot of fun like this. So 32 pages, $4. All right. Coming in at number 6, we have DC versus Vampires, issue 9. You see the theme here this week? Again, we're getting close to Halloween, so maybe they're releasing all their horror books early. I don't know, but it's just crazy. So I feel like this book hasn't been out in a while either. I think we got the spin-off book, and now we're getting the main series. So this is titled Road Trip. Our heroes split up and spread out across the globe to prepare for the final strike against the Vampire Kingdom. Will Green Arrow's mission force him to battle one of his oldest friends? What horrors awaits the bird of prey inside the ruins of Gotham? And does Black Manta's secret mean a watery grave for Supergirl? This book has been so good. The guy that's in charge of all the vampires, I didn't see coming until that couple issues ago of what happened, and I was just jaw dropped by it. Once that happened, this book took a completely different level for me. The artwork is intense, and this has been going on the entire year, but I love it. It's so enjoyable, and if you love vampires and you love your DC comics, you're gonna love this world. It's great. It's 32 pages. It's $4. Coming in at number 5. This probably should have been lower on my list. Last week's issue of Amazing Spider-Man was just not needed. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue 10. This is an Axe Judgment Day tie-in. So obviously there's going to be some kind of judgment when it comes to Peter Parker. And it says, know which moment in Spidey's history is going to weigh heavily on his proceedings. You don't want to miss this very special issue that might just break your heart all over again. Legacy 904 Axe Judgment Day tie-in, 28 pages, $4. So he's going to get judged. Based off of the cover, it's going to be the instance of Gwen Stacy's death. So most likely we're probably going to see some kind of flashback. And if the Celestial judges Peter to live or to die. Obviously, the writing's on the wall. We know that Peter's going to live. So this is a very predictable book. But it's the story that's delivered here if it will make it an interesting book to read, right? I mean, honestly, we've seen the Gwen Stacy story before. We all know what happens. So the emotional impact on the reader is what's going to make this either a good or a bad comic book this week. All right, moving on to number 4. We have The Scorched, issue 10. The Sin Devourers have returned, and so have their mysterious creator. He is known only as K, and he is here to destroy the Scorched and becomes the master of humanity. This thing on the cover, the main cover, looks huge that they're going to battle, I guess. I don't know. You got She-Spawn on the cover, though. She's got this freaking huge-ass gun. It just looks epic. Scorched is always a lot of fun. If you want to read a great team-up book and you don't like the Justice League and you don't like the Avengers, just read Scorched. You got a whole bunch of Spawn teaming up together, battling all kinds of other things. It's a great book, man. Definitely fun, and you can't beat the price of $2.99. Top 3 now. We have a new number 1 from DC Comics. Another one. We have Tim Drake Robin issue 1. So step aside, Damian. Tim Drake is here. The world's favorite Robin has got this. So he's going to be going on an adventure. It's a villain that he's going against that has been hounding him for a very long time. So we're going to see how this book is introduced, how Tim Drake can handle his own series. I'm looking forward to it, man. I want to see the twists and turns here. We most recently got a Damien series, so hopefully the Tim Drake series is just as good. This one is 32 pages, and this one is $4. Coming in at number 2, this book would have been number 1 on my list, but there's just one book that has been consistently good every single time it's come out. We'll get to it in a minute. This goes to Thor issue 27, number 2 on the list. Donny Cates writes Venom once again alongside guest artist Salvador Larroca. He's a pretty good artist, and in this team up of kings, Thor, King of Asgard, and Eddie Brock, King of Black, must set aside their personal difference to save the one thing they both love, which is Earth. So what is it that they both have to team up that Earth is in danger, right? Now, Donny Cates writes a great Thor book. He also writes a great Venom book. In fact, probably the best Venom run I have ever read, period. And writing these two characters together will be awesome. I can't wait to see what this is in store. Not sure if this is a story arc or a one-shot. We'll see what happens. Legacy numbering 753, 28 pages, $4. So now we move on to that number 1 book, and that one goes to the 8 Billion Genies issue 5. We are now on the first 8 months. 8 months has passed since those 8 billion genies have shown up and granted one wish to each individual on Earth. Some have wasted their wishes, some wished for super stupid stuff, some wished for superheroes, and there's different phases that have been going along in Earth. And it's funny how these genies react to these wishes. They take calculations, and there's algorithms on what people do with their wishes. It's absolutely insane, and I love this book. I definitely recommend you guys picking this up in trade, obviously, when it comes out, because you can't find an issue of this on the racks. It's so hot right now. They're going to make a series out of it. 32 pages, $4. All right, guys, so that was number 1, but like I said, we're not done. We move on to the Noteworthy comics now, some books that you might want to pick up that I'm not picking up this week, and this first one goes to Action Comics, issue 147. Superman is back on Earth. So if you're looking for Kal to return to Earth, he's back, guys, and it looks like it's going to be crossing over with his Superboy series once again. Next from DC, we have Batman Beyond the White Knight. This is issue 5. Pretty good book, not too bad. Next, if you care about Harley Quinn dying or being dead or whatever's going on in her world right now, this is it. Harley Quinn issue 22. Next, we got a new Batman book. This is the Batman The Audio Adventures issue 1. Moving on to Marvel, we have X-Men issue 15. It has nothing to do with Axe Judgment Day. It actually goes back to the vault, which Hickman originally created. So we'll see what happens there. If you're a fan of Miles Morales' Spider-Man, well, guys, just to let you know, this is the final issue. This is issue 42. Next, we have Axe Judgment Day tie-in. We have the Avengers issue 1. So Axe Avengers issue 1. It's got Iron Man on the cover. Pretty cool looking cover. Not buying this story though. Next, we have Ant-Man issue 3, as we have all these different Ant-Mans coming through different time streams, trying to just stop something. I didn't like the second issue, so I don't think I'm going to be continuing issue 3. Next from Marvel, we have Captain America Symbol of Truth issue 5. I read issue 1. I didn't like it, so I don't know what's going on here. But if you're a Captain America fan, hopefully you're enjoying this book. Some independent comics. Probably one of the highest pulled independent comics. Department of Truth issue 21. Still going on here strong. I fell off of this book a while ago, but people still read it and really enjoy it. Next, we have House of Slaughter. This is issue 9. I fell off of House of Slaughter as well, as I felt that this was something that was going to be a little bit different, but nothing less. This is a book where if you want a little bit more of the Slaughter universe, this is for you. Next, we have from Boom Studios another horror-like book. This is Grimm, issue 5. And then for the Power Ranger fans, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 100, celebrating 100 issues of Mighty Morphin. That's pretty cool. And then we have from IDW, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Armageddon game. So, yeah, there's that. So if you're a Turtles fan, check that one out. So there you guys have it. There are my top 10 most anticipated and some of the noteworthy comics that are being released for September 28th, 2022. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, hopefully you'll click on more content. This is my top 10 comic book covers of the week, where you can vote on your favorite comic book cover. How fun is that? And of course, guys, always remember, keep buying, keep collecting, but most importantly, always read those comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Bye.